Let's give a little bit of stories for people that don't know. Abducted in Plain Sight. Go watch the movie. Stop listening now, or there's going to be a ton of spoilers. But go watch it. Pause it if you're listening on demand. Come back and then listen along as we give our thoughts on this documentary. It is about a family in the 70s in Idaho. Mormon. They're in the Church of Latter-day Saints. They are 3 daughters. The father owns a florist. He's a florist. He owns a flower shop. Mom is a stay-at-home mom, I believe, or she teaches piano or guitar. It's some shit like that. It's
Dad, if you ask this old salty cowboy,
yeah,
definitely a gay man.
When you see him, because now he's old, so you don't know if he's old and sweet or just a
I know, but I think he's old. He's old.
Queen.
Yeah, he's old and that kind of like weird of like. And then we take the boys all out for ice cream.
We used to splash around in the river and kiss sometimes.
It was one of the worst days of my life.
Yeah, it's like that was the generation, especially because this was in the 70s. That was a generation where if you were gay, you either moved to San Francisco and fucking wore glitter and just got gangbanged in a bathhouse, or you just sucked it up and stayed in Idaho, and you're like,
opened up a florist.
Yeah, and you're like, I love flowers. Like, okay, cool. But the story is about this family in Idaho, and a neighbor moves in. A man by the name of Bill William? They called him B in the documentary.
Yeah, Bob.
It's Bob.
Another Robert, by the way.
Another Robert.
I'm not saying we have to call Bobby Kelly in again, but there's a lot of documentaries coming out where a guy named Robert's doing some pretty foul shit.
Were both of the dads' names Bob?
Yeah, that's why they did that.
Yeah.
That's why he's B.
That's why he's B. So his name was, it's a true documentary about, what's the guy's name?
That's the dad?
That's the fucking...
That's Bob.
That's B?
B.
That's big, dude. Fucking Idaho, dude.
Fucking dude, you're in Idaho. You got your child bride. You got everything. Robert B. Berchtold. Mm-hmm. And the Berchtold. The Berchtolds move into this neighborhood and become friends with the family.
Okay.
And they start hanging out. But immediately, they're like...
He's got a family also.
He's got a family. He's got kids their own age, and that's how they get involved.
Sure.
He's also at the Church of Latter-day Saints. They kind of notice each other. He brings his kids. They start hanging out, but immediately in the documentary, they're like, everyone could tell that B cared more about Jan, the oldest daughter of the family, not his neighbors.
And they describe it as being seemingly inappropriate and uncomfortable.
That's how they describe it, about how
it made us a little uncomfortable.
B would take that whole family out, all 3 daughters, and then even the other sisters are like, we kind of used to get jealous because B would always give Jan this extra attention.
How old was Jan?
She was 12 years old.
They would bring just Jan to his family's vacations.
Yeah, they'd bring her along. They took her,
Weird.
And so what he first started doing was flirting with the mom. He was telling her that she was sexy. He was saying that she looked good. And this woman...
They made out a little bit.
And they made out and necked a little bit.
They necked.
And
French kissed?
In the documentary, they went full tongue kiss. But in the documentary,
here's my first note
that Jay brings up is a very good point. When this woman talks about flirting with B, she does it with a certain amount of excitement in her face, where you're like, "Oh, fuck!"
She's still smiling.
And I mean, this is in a documentary, fucking 30 years later.
Yeah.
And that's my guy, though. We'll get to him in a second.
Still smiling.
He put wind in her sails, huh?
So if I could tell you,
did. Oh man, don't forget that. What was that? Did you have that time, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay.
But let me tell you
Well, she even said she was excited by him in a way her husband was kind of a bore compared to this guy.
And also, as we talked, he's a real flower shop guy.
Well, let me tell you what happened.
Yeah,
so the father, if we can go to 21 minutes in, Christine, the father tells a little bit of his... Now, he doesn't know about the mom making out with the guy.
He does now.
B and the dad take a drive.
Okay.
They go out to a field, and this is where the dad is explaining that B says he doesn't have a good relationship with his wife.
Okay. All right.
One day, he came in the store, and I could tell that he was extremely disturbed. He says, "Are you free? Let's go for a ride."
She's like, okay.
And this is after he's already
made out with the wife.
Yeah.
He says, I cannot stand my wife, and I need to have sex.
Okay. If I'm in the car with him, I go, "Cool, dude."
Yeah.
He says it to a normal guy. I go, "Yeah, dude."
I feel you, bro.
I go,
Picking
dude.
up what you're putting down,
I
dude.
don't know.
that, man.
Did you see that new second grade teacher? I'd like to pop a couple in her. Anyways, bro.
Yeah, because
How about Barb at the diner?
Are we doing heroin? What are we doing out here?
want to get a couple beers or what's up?
We smoking some dope away from the kids?
I brought my glove. You want to have a toss?
Yeah,
Well,
what the
Mike,
fuck?
I'm sorry to tell you, it is none of those things.
Yeah,
Really?
Hit play.
He says, "Oh, can you give me some relief?"
What?
We were laughing, and he said, "Oh, Bob, it's just kid stuff, and I've got to have relief." So I was dumb enough to reach over
What?
and relieve in an act of masturbation.
That was my first stand-up.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, Jada Mode.
Wow.
Jada
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, man.
Yeah.
This guy B,
So-
throws Hail Marys that connect.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy goes big, and it really falls onto his fucking lap.
He really
Yeah.
just goes like, jerk me off. He goes, I'll play the dad, you know?
Yeah.
This is 21 minutes into the movie. This is one of the least holy shit things that
After you
happens
watch
here.
the entire movie, you go like this. You go, you were lucky if it stopped with B jacking off your dad in a fucking station wagon.
Jesus Christ.
If it ends there, this is a win.
So he's made out with, he's flirting with the 9-year-old daughter, making out with
Not
the mother.
flirting with her. He's just weirdly
Inappropriately
He's
liking
super
her.
into
yeah,
her.
Yeah.
Super into her.
Making out with the kid's mother.
Making off with the mom, and they explain in the documentary that he would call the mom and be like, "Can you bring me a sandwich at work? I don't have time to go get food," because he owned a store. So she would go down to B's store and bring a sandwich, and they'd start talking, and he'd start flirting, and that's where he kind of fucking laid.
Dude, he'd go, "Hey, I'm hungry. Why don't you bring me a sandwich down to work?" to another dude's wife, and she was like, "So, he was very short with me, but he was hungry, so I went down and
Dude,
brought
I'd be like this, "Hey B, can I talk to you?" If I'm married to her, I go, "B, real quick, can I talk to you?" First thing, my daughter Jan is beautiful. I get that. You're a little weird about her.
We all know
If you call my wife again and tell her to bring a sandwich, I will butt fuck your wife in front of you on the hood of your car while your store is
While you
open.
eat that
Look at me
sandwich.
in the eyes, you half a fag. 1970.
Look at here.
Look at here. You tried to get me to jerk you off, and I thought it was kid stuff. I thought
This
it was
ain't kid stuff. My
This-
wife, that ain't kid stuff.
that's my lady. That's my queen.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Gets this guy to polish him off, the
Gets
florist.
this guy to fucking whack him off. So now he's got the family separate.
Yeah.
He's got the wife knowing that she wants to cheat. He's got the dad jerking him off in
Feeling
his
gay
station wagon.
feelings in his floral
Feeling
shop.
super gay.
Right. All
This is all a
calculated.
setup. This is all calculated to kidnap the daughter. So he sets them up 2 years earlier just to have something over them.
That's crazy. How crazy
Damn
is
it.
that? Now hold on so we can get this drop for Lou.
Where I was
Everyone
from.
needs relief. It was kid stuff.
We're laughing, and he said, "Oh, Bob, it's just kid stuff, and I've got to have relief." So I was dumb enough to reach over and relieve him in an act of masturbation.
It's not masturbation, by the way.
No, it's not.
It's a
But
hand
also,
job.
it
Yeah,
would have been great
that's
if he's
a
like,
fucking straight
he
up
goes,
handy.
he goes, and this closeted queen made him come.
Swish.
He goes, and I wanted to go
Swish,
home.
swish, bitch.
He goes, I wanted to go home, but this little slut right here.
He goes, "Did you have a good time? Did you have a good time?" He goes, "That's where I put all my gay feelings. It's in my right hand. My left hand's masculine. If I found out he was getting sandwiches from my wife, he does a gay fist.
Then I'll give him a knuckle sandwich.
I'll give him a sandwich, a knuckle sandwich. Turns out then he fucked my daughter."
Dude, I don't know how we're going to get past this part.
This part might take an
Of the
hour of
fucking
the
thing.
show because this is
Because-
fucking bananas. Jay and I called each other halfway through, and he was like, "Are you at this part?" And I was like, "What about this part?" And then we just started talking about this one thing for a good 15 minutes.
Wow.
Dude, this makes me laugh so hard. Go.
Came home, he had to tell Bob and I that he was being treated for the abuse he suffered as a child.
He said, "Now, Bob, this will probably floor you. I had sex with an aunt when I was 4 years old."
And then we high-fived. And I said, hell yeah.
He goes, you got any leftovers on that relief? Can I get a little more?
He goes, so I need you to relieve me again. I've been thinking about that ant. Can we go out to the garage and you relieve me? It's just a great way for him to say it every time he wants a hand job
Get
from
some
Bob.
relief?
He goes, I was just thinking I could go for some relief. This guy knows what I'm talking about.
I'm good with
Christine,
apple pie. I'd love
Christine,
a
you
little
want to relieve ourselves tonight?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys, excuse me, I got to jump in the shower and relieve myself. And I
So he had sex with his aunt when he was 4.
Yeah,
So this is B. B is saying
is B.
is what he's talking about in therapy, and this is what the therapist decides to
Hit
say
play.
the cure for his problem.
He said to me, Bob, part of my therapy is to just spend some time alone with your daughters. Would you mind? And I said, well, no. He said, you can call the doctor and ask him to explain it to you if you want to. And I said, oh, I trust you.
What?
dude,
We kept doing, dude. Me and Dan on the phone for a half hour going like, Bob, you're probably going to say this bullshit, but
he goes, this is
the
crazy.
therapist told me that the only thing that can help me is if you start paying my rent for me and let me fuck your daughter. And it's like,
Oh, Bobby!
I swear to God, you talk to the doctor. He goes, if you think I'm not telling the truth, and he goes, why would I think the only man I've ever relieved you think I believe would lie to me?
He goes, Bob,
Not even let me run it by my daughter. He goes, yeah,
Bob.
get in there and sleep with her.
Bob, you're going to shit. Just got off the phone with the doc. He's got a new form of therapy. I got to drive your car for a month.
It's called the relief pitcher.
And he goes, anyways, also, I'm going to need to fuck your wife. It's called playing husband. I got to play your husband. So,
Now this doctor,
And if you wanna
says,
call
now, I know
him-
it's unconventional methods. He's assured me.
He lives in Brazil.
He's avant-garde.
He is. He says that the only way I can get over fucking my aunt is to become an aunt. So I don't know what that means, but I think he wants me to fuck your children.
He goes, anyway, is she in there snoozing? I'll just slide in.
And Bob goes, well, I trust you.
Dude,
Absolutely.
it's crazy to go, I have to sleep with your children, and you go, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. You got to get better.
He was prepared.
Fuck that
I'll tell you what. I feel like B was upset that he wasn't questioned more because I feel like he went through. If you say you can call the doctor and he'll explain it to you, he's already talked to some other freak that he's promised pictures to or something.
Yeah.
To act like you're the doctor, and he goes, "Why would I talk to a doctor? Please spend more time with my young daughter."
We've been waiting for you to ask.
I go, I whacked you off.
My wife feeds you at work?
Brings you
I
sandwiches?
jerk you off in parks?
Why would I stop here? Why would I?
I'll do you one
stop
better.
here.
I got a pair of PJs for you.
Nice and warm.
He goes, I do have a problem. You're not sleeping in that. I got a pair of flannel PJs for you.
My problem is you're still standing right here.
He goes, her room's in the basement. It's a little chilly.
Black Lou. I know this is going to sound bizarre, but I actually went to therapy in Long Island on Saturday. That's true. Christina will tell you, I went to therapy in Long Island. They told me, you got to move out. I got to move in with your family and take them over. And I hope
That's crazy.
Cool.
That's
You
fun.
can call the doctor.
That's pretty crazy because I talked to Alan, my therapist,
And mine.
today, and yours, and he told me part of my therapy is I need all of your guys' money from the next 2 weeks into my bank account to show that I'm earning. So
If you guys, honestly, but it's fine. If you guys don't
You guys
care
wanna
about
call
Dan,
him?
if you guys don't care about Dan, you don't have to do it.
you don't have to do it, but
And-
you can call him.
And I saw Alan, and Alan told me that I had to FaceTime with Christine while she farts shit all over the...
When she Indiana Jones's shit on a room.
While she boomerangs.
Watch out, Doctor! Watch out, Christine! Dr. Jones!
They later go on to say they allowed him to, over the course of 6 months, to sleep in her bed with her 4 times a week.
That is in my notes.
Four
Incredible.
times a week.
4 times
like
a week.
6 months
Just coming in
straight.
going, oh, he goes, I am Bush.
Squeeze the cheek,
He goes,
That
kid
is
sleep?
2620.
Well, we didn't finish.
Wait,
Oh, yeah,
wait.
You're right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and he listens to tapes.
Did the family go to the daughter and be like, hey, guess what? You
Oh,
got
no.
a new roommate.
What do you think? You think these idiots just fucking cleared anything with their kids? B's gonna sleep in your room, and they're like, yay!
Dude, it's. Go ahead.
Oh, Jesus.
After Janet had gone to bed, he just lay down by her.
Neither one of us was comfortable with him doing it, but it was part of his therapy.
What?
Wait. Remember this? Oh, this is
Listen
good.
to the waves in the background, and she starts caressing you a little faster now, and you can feel it, and it feels so good. Feels so good. She's caressing you very rapidly now. and
Pause
you
it.
can feel
He would
very-
say, he would say he would listen to these therapy tapes while he laid next to her in bed. Now, what he also was doing at a time, I think they haven't gotten to that even yet. The first thing, right?
No,
yeah, they haven't even got.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I'm jumping.
That shit's
I'm jumping.
bananas. Where you're talking about,
I don't
that's after the abduction.
So I don't have any timestamps on the actual abduction. What happens here? They say they're going somewhere one day.
He says he's going to take her horse riding. He said he's going to take he's going to take Jan horse riding. B says this to the family.
All right.
Not his own family.
Not his own family.
Yeah. What about them?
Well, he takes her and gone. Takes off. Leaves. Gets the daughter. Takes off.
John Cena.
John Cena. Can't see him. Can't see me. Hard work. Hard work. Yeah.
And gone.
Yeah, so he takes her. They're gone. The family goes back to his house. They notice his RV is gone. The RV is completely gone. Now...
no, I believe it's their RV.
It's his RV.
It's his.
It is his?
It's B's.
Okay.
It's Robert Berchold. So Jan Broberg, this is the Brobergs of the family.
Broberg.
But he'd be like,
We're Jewish bros, Broberg.
Hey, what's up, Brobergs and Brosteins?
Broberg.
So Berchold kidnaps her.
Yeah.
And then she explains that she wakes up, she's drugged. Also, gets fucked up, and this is how stupid the fucking family is. They told B would give her pills and say that there were her vitamins, her
allergy and vitamin pills.
B would give another family's kids
from his pocket.
Yeah.
Pocket
with
pills.
some fucking lint on it, and from his slacks.
He's like, this is a.
He goes, "What's this?"
Is prescribed.
He goes, "Is this a blue one?" He goes, "This one's for me."
Oh, that's a button.
He goes, "This one's gonna make me, feel better."
One for you, two for me.
Well, he said we're going horseback riding, so take your allergy pill now, and he takes it out of his pocket and gives it to her, and she passes out instantly.
She wakes up in an RV, tied up, and what he starts doing is using this tape recorder to play. I wish.
Do you want to play?
I don't even know.
This is
crazy.
This is fucking.
So
crazy.
she wakes up. This is her waking up.
Yeah, she slept in the bed 4 times a week for 6 months, right up until the day she was taken.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Scoot over. Sorry for Dutch ovening you. It's October 17th is when she disappeared. So she's fucking drugged out.
Yeah.
She's drugged out.
He drove her to Mexico.
Drove her to... Yeah, but she doesn't know that. She
woke up.
Here it is.
It was dark. I had the sensation that I was moving, but I was laying on a bed. My wrists and my ankles both had straps around them. I couldn't move.
DJ Lou, pull your pants up.
This monotone voice kept talking in my ear. It looked like a little white intercom-looking box that I could see.
She couldn't wrap her brain around a tape recorder.
Yeah, she didn't know what a tape recorder was. God, come on, bro, birds,
Alien
get some
technology.
fucking. God damn, the 70s were slow, but not that slow.
So what he basically does is goes like, "I'm Meep Zorpin, blah, blah, from the planet, blah, blah."
Yeah, he tells her that
he goes,
he's
"You're
aliens.
part alien, also, and you have a mission." Basically, what he tells her is that you have a mission to get impregnated by the chosen one.
B made a tape that she's an alien.
He's like, "We're Zorba,
He's part
Zelda,"
alien.
and it's like, "You are an alien. Your mission is to." No, this is where it gets super
Your mother
fucked up.
your mother is your mother, but your dad is not. Your dad is an alien.
He goes, "We have chosen a human mate for you, and you need to have a baby with him by the time you're 16 in order to save our planet."
But so then what she does is goes out there and realizes he makes it obvious that he's the one she's supposed to be with, and then he does.
He's got a chosen one.
When the fucking heat comes down after
Well,
this
hold
first-
on,
sure.
hold on, because what he also says is in the original Alien tapes, what they say is, if she does not do it, her little sister will. So they're saying, like, you're the chosen one, but if you can't do it, we're going to go to your little sister.
Yeah.
We know.
We're going to Cindy.
Yeah, they named.
Die.
What's that?
And your dad will die
Yeah.
also.
Well,
Crazy.
that
the
was
amount of
later.
pregnant-
That was later.
Yeah.
That was when they were in jail.
Yeah.
That was
They
when
can't do this!
I know,
They
Jacob.
come after your little sister, if not you.
Yeah, we'll come after your little sister. So that was in the original tape. So then, this is her explaining it. She's kind of like, I don't fucking know what to do. They're like, we've picked you a mate. She wakes up back again after being drugged. Now she's not restrained. She wakes up, she goes in the other room, and B is sitting there, but he's all beat up. And so she sees him, and she's like so happy that he's there because she knows B.
Right.
So she's like, "You fucking."
Wow.
So she's like instantaneously relieved. Like,
Sure.
I love you. Oh fuck, this is great. Okay, fine. Yeah, you're gonna be my mate, whatever. And then she's just cool with it.
Oh,
Well, she did.
What?
She goes, I thought it was weird that I was 12 and he was like 37, but
38,
or 38, but that's what they said. And
what the
you know,
fuck?
this is like before the and in 1974 in Idaho. Like,
Jesus Christ.
You can't get away with murder. Oh
He
my
drove from
god.
Idaho to Mexico.
Yeah.
Murder.
I mean, that's impossible now.
He cut himself up, spread blood all over himself to make himself look he was abducted.
yeah.
They both woke up.
And he told her that he was like, I saw a white light. What happened? And she was like, so relieved that he was there. 'Cause she knew it.
The guy's maniacal.
Holy shit,
Here's her
man.
where she
And she
starts.
just bought into it. This dude, I'll tell you, the Brobergs are fucking dumb as fuck.
Gullible. If I was
But
a
the
salesman,
Brobergs should be almost examined to go to jail now for how terrible they were as
it'd be
parents.
funny if you're a fucking telemarketer. You go, I got a real Broberg on the line. You go, yes, sir. The warranty is good for 5 years.
took
A fucking moron.
If you buy A through F, we'll send you
They
G
took
through.
off to Mexico.
I know,
So
it's
the only
nuts.
reason they get caught is B calls his brother.
Which,
And his brother
now,
calls the family.
let me tell you right now who my fucking favorite person in the whole documentary is. The brother.
B's brother.
Oh my God. They go to B's brother. This piece of white garbage is just there with his arms folded. He goes, hey, he's a pedophile. So what? We knew that.
Oh,
Should be locked up. He's a pedophile. He goes,
You didn't lock him up?
You didn't lock him
I
up.
need somebody to work in my company.
yeah. So B starts having sex with her.
Their lovemaking must be beautiful.
How he has sex with her is he says he can only put it in an inch at a time. So he can't fuck
He
her.
doesn't break her hymen.
Doesn't break her hymen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So-
puts an inch inside.
So it all looks like lies.
So it all looks like.
Oh, man.
So basically, he sets this girl up, and we're jumping ahead a little bit right now. But when the family does get her and they examine her for sexual abuse, there's
a virgin
There's a virgin. There's no.
This guy is demonically
Monster.
brilliant, huh?
Yes.
I use that. Me and Dan use both the same word. I go, somewhere in his adjectives, you got to put genius.
You
I
have
mean,
to.
really?
I mean, this guy
Like,
put out
like,
a plan.
like
She's
it's
a
like
master
evil,
manipulator.
Master
evil,
manipulator.
garbage, human slime. Genius. I mean, like,
Even-
this fucking plan.
Who the
I would
fuck thinks
I
of
would
that?
never think I could do something with somebody to make them believe. Even a kid at the age that kid was, like, make him wake up woozy. Like, was I just abducted? And now, like,
Yeah, he's just sitting there waiting for her to wake up, like,
Also,
and go. Like,
You
wow.
can't,
can you
I know
believe
I'm not that evil because I'd be like, yeah, you got abducted. Get out of here.
I know.
No,
That's the thing.
it's me.
Yeah.
I kidnapped you.
While you're,
Dodo
sitting there,
bird.
while you're sitting there, tell on yourself. While you're sitting there covered in blood,
Please make
exactly.
this
Mike's,
fun for me.
That's what Mike's saying. That he goes, you hear, you're watching TV and you hear jostling around. And you go, oh, she's getting up. He goes, turn the TV off. Would I be? My head would probably be
Like this, trying to get the motivation. Like,
Yeah.
My head would
If I
go.
were to-
blah.
Dude, the first two of her coming in the room, he goes,
I looked at my head would my head fall forward or back? Let me see.
I'm not dead.
All right,
I'm
just,
not dead.
Come on, B.
Be
Just
cool.
use gravity. What does
He goes,
gravity do? What does gravity do?
he goes, you did Shakespeare in the Park. Come on.
Yeah.
I said, shit.
Be the
this is
role.
Summer
Be the
stock.
role.
You
Be
did
the
summer
role.
stock.
She
Red
went-
leather, yellow leather.
She's in.
I don't know.
In
Anyway, my
3,
motivation
2,
is
1.
what happened?
Oh my God, am I the one? Are we supposed to have sex? Fuck! I came
you?
out. I went too big early. And then he has to go fucking chop her on the neck. Put her back. He goes, I'm sorry. I gotta put you down for a couple more hours.
Opens her mouth and puts,
Start
a pill,
another
in, and
pocket
puts a
pill.
pill in and fucking massages her throat.
What she doesn't realize is she Groundhog's Day that one moment for fucking 4 days in a row. She
forgot the 9 takes.
He goes, hey, you want to fuck? Shit! I got to really work on my
piece of rolled up
He goes,
cheese.
Slow roll. Slow roll. He goes, hey, were you sleepy? So did you talk to Zeb and Zorb? Fuck, I
She
gave away
goes,
the
yeah, I
names.
saw that weird tape recorder you put in there. He goes, you can tell it was tape recorder.
You didn't think it was a
He goes, cover tape recorder.
He goes, okay, I mounted it on
Wow.
the wall. She goes, yeah, the tape recorder's on the wall, duct tape. Son of a bitch.
She goes,
We are
she goes,
burning
"Hey, what happened? She goes, I think I was abducted. He goes, and my neck's really sore.
He goes, I think I slept wrong in the alien ship. And he goes, okay, all right, we're burning daylight. So we can't blow this next one. We got one more left. Dude, it's so fucked up that, so she explains in the documentary. I mean, this documentary is fucked up. Like, you see shit.
It's unbelievable.
Where she does, at one point, she's talking about, she just concentrated. Because she said even though she knew B, she didn't feel comfortable having sex with him, and so she even says she's like, even though I was raped, I wasn't brutally raped. It was it was like knowing happened. But she's like, I was still fucked up, so I had to look through the vent and look at the leaves. And she's talking about this, and you're like, Jesus.
Wow. Yeah, like what she had to do to like
Killed
get
my
out
boner.
of it.
You think of how little 12 is? Like how little of a little girl she is. Like there's no debate.
Instant adult at that point. She's just like that. Her childhood's gone.
Fucked.
Yeah. And this is 30 minutes into the fucking documentary, dude. This is crazy.
Yeah. What? Oh, you guys were talking?
What?
Upon this abduction, they didn't call for 4 days, and they go, another day came and went. We're like, B's just doing something.
It's a long horseback
They
ride.
went like this. Give it till Sunday.
I swear to you, they didn't call the authorities until 4 days later.
Is B's wife like...
That's... No, when she came and said something, then was the phone, they were like, oh, so this is weird. Okay, let's call.
Oh, my God.
These idiots.
The FBI agent who to this day still talks about them like they're the two dumbest people he's ever met.
Dude, this FBI agent, he's like, all right, we're going to talk about these morons. Let me get a cup of coffee.
I mean, he's
the most
disappointed in them.
frustrated FBI
I mean, how couldn't he
There's
be?
a slam dunk case he had against
And
him.
they're just like, they have no...
because you don't even know.
Wait,
You think he's
just
going to jail.
I can't
Just
wait.
wait. So this is the brother. So they bring up B's brother, and you're like, how is this guy a monster? And you're like, supportive family like this.
Okay.
Watch how supportive this guy is. He's like, man,
Call me and says, I want you to call Mary Ann and get a written permission for Jan and I to come back to the United States and get married. Because we were married in Mexico, but it isn't legal in the United States.
Under Mexican law, you have to be 12 years old.
by the way,
He married... She was 12 at the time?
yeah,
And he
Mexican
took her
law.
Fucking Mexico.
To Mexico.
I think I'm pro-wall now.
He married her in Mexico, and now he wants to get married. Now he's saying, he's not even saying like, hey, I know I kidnapped your kid. And he's going like, he's like, hey, he goes, can we come back? He goes, can you sign a slip for her to get married to me in America? This is stupid at this point.
Yeah, he
Oh my God.
this is crazy. Also, I like that the brother's just like, well, I don't know. Hey, sure, I'll call.
Jesus.
I mean, I'll dust off the old tuxedo, be a best man. assuming. I'm assuming.
He goes,
No
Robert,
pressure.
He goes, Robert, are you asking me to be your best man right now? He goes,
No sweat if you aren't. I understand.
I would be honored to be an usher.
I'm going to throw you the stag party of all stag
He goes, I mean, what do you do for a man marrying a child bride for his bachelor party?
What do you get the man who has everything?
Yeah,
Burger King Castle.
He goes, oh, I am going to get you the nicest bouncy house for your child bride.
Who's that? Who's that a picture
That's her.
of? Is
That's
that,
Jan.
That's the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not even hot.
All right. She's a person. Hot enough for B to fucking pull this
Of course,
off.
they qualified. I was irate to even think that could happen.
His brother called and he said, they want to come home, but he cannot come home unless you give him permission to marry her in the United States of America. And I said, permission to marry her? We would never do that.
I mean,
he can't come back unless you do.
So that's the call.
Yeah, then they go, oh, okay, then I will. That's how stupid they are. They go, I'm not going to let him marry. He kidnapped her. And they go, well, he's not going to bring her back if you don't. Okay, then he can.
Well,
guess
that's
he can
a pretty good point. So they tell the FBI. FBI gets involved. Mexican authorities, the federales, go down, fucking bust in on
The RV.
On the RV, and they get both of them in jail. The family, the mother and here he is.
Yeah, I think this is where he...
We will not that. Where are they? And then in my mind, I decided to get him home. We had the FBI come in and they tapped the phone. He called me and says, I'm in Mazatlan, Mexico.
The FBI was able to trace.
So that's what it was. So they call. They get the call. They get him. They arrest him. And they get her. And the family, the mother and dad, come down to Mexico. And immediately they're like, "Are you okay?" And she's worried about B. She's like, "You got to get B out because what B does, this fucking evil genius. This is how fucking evil he is. He bribes a Mexican guard with his wedding ring." To have the Mexican guard bring Jan to his cell. And he's like, listen, I spoke to the aliens. They said, they told me about your mission. They said about the mission, they said if you tell anyone about this, you can't speak about 4 things. You can't say that you were visited by aliens. You can't say that I'm your partner.
We've had sex.
Or that we've had sex. You can't say this. And he gives her a list of 4 things. And then at the end he says, if you tell anyone about this, your dad will die. Your sister
will go blind.
And
they're going to take her anyway.
And they're going to take her anyways to have the
Oh,
your other sister will go blind, and then the youngest one will be the new you,
right?
And have to have a baby. So she's so fucking terrified. What also it does is is
she almost seems terrified, but also like she gets a little bit adamant where she's like, no, I have a fucking mission to do.
That's where she gets. So she gets driven. Yeah. Not only that, but he divides her father from her.
Yep.
So he says, like, your dad's not your real dad. That's just a guy. Which at first she's like, oh, it's like Joseph in the Bible. But then after the Mexico thing, he's like, your dad will fucking die. And what's so fucked up about this documentary is Jan loves her dad so much that even when she's finding this out, she's like, I don't want him to die. I don't want him to get hurt.
Right.
So she just stops talking to him. So she's just fucking...
It's unbelievable.
Well, according to my notes, it's the most fucked up thing in this documentary. If you can go real quick, Christine, to minute 43. Because I think I jotted this down right quick.
I believe this is right when you called me.
Yeah.
And you're like, you need to watch this. Oh, God damn it. Oh, dude, this is my favorite
43.
part. Robert Berchtold's trial was postponed, and he was released on his own recognizance.
So now he's back in the U.S.
So he comes back to Idaho. He gets arrested. He leaves after he's let go. Where does he go?
Berchtold moved to Ogden, Utah to work at his brother Joe's car dealership.
Pause it.
Why
does she, my note says, why does she pronounce dealership like that?
Wait, bring that back. Bring that back.
She goes, he was car dealership.
Car dealership. Gail stayed behind. She didn't know. He didn't know. Maybe he would work there until he could get on his feet. Then he'd move the family close to him.
He come work for me, and he sold cars out the yin yang. Super salesman. He could sell anybody anything.
Right there is a brother that is ride or die.
Yeah,
he goes,
man.
all right, well, sure he fucks kids, but he can move new units like you wouldn't believe. He goes, I would probably say that was the most I've been in the black. He goes, that sick son of a bitch pushing Chevys. He goes, you know what? Didn't even sell warranties. That motherfucker. I guarantee he did not use a rubber with that child.
You can put white walls on a Jimmy.
Ass to an Eskimo.
You think he's going to prison, but when they bring him back to the United States, that's when all the pre-planning comes into play. He gets a message to the mom and dad
He
saying,
set traps the whole time.
if you don't say I'm innocent, I'm going to tell them that you're a homosexual and that you cheated on your husband. So they both sign affidavit saying he didn't kidnap our daughter. We let him go. We were at fault.
We were at fault.
So the FBI has now no case, and he gets off with like 45 days in a mental institution. Only serves 10 and he's
days
free.
in jail.
And by the way, it's also, while this is all going on, it's not only the FBI, but like the community and the federal prosecutor is like reaching out to him like, you need to prosecute this man.
Yeah.
He stole your child, and they're going... But we kind of knew the FBI agent is furious at this point. You see in the interview that he goes, I got two witnesses that just turned on me. He goes, I don't have a case against this guy.
Right.
That's the alien voice.
It's alien voice.
He goes,
Hey, it's us aliens. You still in snitch, right? Okay, cool. Then don't tell your parents we fucked you.
You guys are being cool, right?
My dime's running out.
Zeep, zorb, zorb, zeep, zorb, zeep, zap, zap. Please don't tell on us. Zeep, zap. Also, shave your pussy.
Dude, the way he writes to her.
He goes, zap, zap, zap. Did you maybe stop giving such a toothy blowjob? Zeep, zorb, zeep, zeep, zorb.
Zip, zap. Zip, zap. Don't blow me after you mouthwash. It burns.
He's just giving sexual advice to a pedophile. He's like,
zip, zap, zorb, more spit.
Zip, zap, zorb.
I want to do your feet.
Zip, zap, zorb. Zip, you can act like you enjoy being there. Zip, zap, zorb.
Yep, paint your nails.
Zip, zap, don't make me feel bad when I come quick. Zip, zap, good job.
It's your fault.
Do you have any old Halloween costumes?
Zip, zap, zorb. When you grit your teeth, I end quick. Zip, zap, zip.
Maybe just your pussy feels too good.
Zap, zip, zobber. Have you ever thought about butt stuff? Zip, zop.
Zop, zip, zip. This never happens with anybody else before.
Zip, zop, zipper, zop. Yeah, real aliens taken in the butt. Zip, zop, zorb. Zipper.
Finish on your face, your brother dies.
He goes, he starts doing extra crazy shit. Your dog will die unless you blow me in 15 minutes.
You gotta blow me or your sister gets rickets.
I'll bring polio back on your mom.
It won't be the first thing I laid on your mom.
Inside alien joke. Also, your dad's a gay. Zip zop zorb.
Zip zop zorb. Your dad likes it.
Yeah.
Your dad gave me a rough HJ in the woods. Zip zap zorb.
Zip zop zorb. Apparently, HJs don't run in the family because your dad was way better. Zip zop zorb.
Christine, can you play this? The writing he writes, it's just...
It's crazy.
He's definitely talking to a kid, but my note is, I always like to read my notes, so I wrote, this asshole thinks he's Shakespeare. I think we'll know where that comes up.
A love letter. about what he was going through and how much he missed me and how much he knew we were meant to be together. And my natural response was to respond in kind and, write loving letters back to him and try to figure out how to get them to him.
What a
Did
bunch
you know
of
that
fucking
you're a
idiots
sweetheart?
these people are.
Listen,
If you didn't, I want you to know that you are.
it's such a kid's note to him.
Our love must be pretty great. We've sure gone through a lot for each other. Your Dolly, Jen.
The shift from
Now here's
I
his.
loved this man like my father.
Now this is
to
Jan.
I love him like a husband or like
Now
a
when he
man
writes.
happened.
She said, "Oh, Mom, I miss him so much. I want to marry him." And I said, "You want to marry me?" She said,
And I
want to marry
said,
him, and we
bitch,
want
back up. Bee's mine.
Get in line.
The bee is mine.
Here's a letter from B to
Look
me.
at the paper. Look at the
I'm
stationery.
probably 13.
Watch.
Hi, darling. I awake this morning thinking of you as usual.
It's like, were you in
and
Deadwood?
loving you even more.
We have pushed back the tyranny of the Confederacy.
Send me a picture you dress like Oliver Twist, please.
Dude,
And the night you cried when you sang Where is Love, especially for me.
Whoa.
Remember the song from Oliver, As Long as He Needs Me, and the meaning it had in the play?
Before we can take our last commercial break, we have to drop the bombshell, which I have the exact timing on, the other bombshell of this. Because, Mike, still yet the craziest two things to happen
haven't happened in the
haven't
documentary.
happened
I
yet.
can't believe this.
This is next level. Spring of 1975.
Zeep zap zorb. Zeep zap.
I heard from him.
So,
every
anyways,
day.
Zeep zap. I'm gonna, I don't know, Zeep zap. I'm feeling tied down. I gotta go back to my planet. He just loses interest. Zeep zap zorb. I don't know, you kind of changed. Zeep zap. I don't like your friends. Zeep zap zorb.
Zeep zap zorb. You got to get a job. You can't just sit around eating bonbons. Zeep zap zorb.
Zeep zap zorb. I mean, I like your thick figure, but come on, get out of here. Zeep zap zorb. It's a little too much now.
Right.
Would call and talk and tell me how much he loved me. He wanted me as part of his life.
This is the mom.
I kept saying, please tell me, why did you marry Jan? He said, well, if you will come and talk with me personally, I'll give you the whole details about it.
Wait.
Interesting.
I went down and went over to his motorhome, met him there after he got off work, and we sat and talked. He told me how much he loved me over and over and over.
God, dude.
This
And
fucking
he kept
guy.
telling me, we could have a great life together, Marianne. All you need to do is get divorced.
Just
Come
telling her
and
to
live
get
with me."
divorced.
It was not long before he was holding my hand and then was stroking my leg and
What the fuck? She's like a balloon head,
he
man. Like,
poured his heart out, his soul out.
And?
I stayed too long at his motorhome,
And
we engaged in necking and kissing, and then eventually in sexual intercourse.
yeah.
Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
I'm fucking the apple in the tree.
Stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there.
Because all we do is win, win, win.
And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them say that.
Luda!
Pervert.
fucking believable, dude.
Yeah, dude, crazy.
Buddy, that's still not it.
Still not it.
And look at
Made out with mom, got jacked off by dad, kidnapped the kid, fucks the kid, marries the kid, gets the parents to agree to let him marry the kid,
gets
comes
out
back,
gets out of jail time,
gets out of doing any kind of jail time,
sells a shitload of cars.
Oh, I mean, moving units.
Fucks mom officially.
Wow. Takes down mom, comes back from Mama Bear.
One visit with mom.
Dude,
Divorce your husband.
Get in that RV and tell me. He goes, I got abducted by aliens. He uses it on the mom too. He goes, zip zop zorp. I got
She kept fucking him.
She fucked him for the next year.
Right there, 11
What
times.
the fuck? Did she get divorced?
No, like she just fucked him once a month for like a year.
She left him?
Yeah. Or I'm sorry. The husband left her.
Florist.
Yeah, left
He
her
left.
because he's like, well, you married you're with our kidnapper.
In the documentary, he says, he took the kids because he was like, Berchtold was trying to get to my kids. He's like, so
no shit.
So he's like, now he finally wised up enough that he takes the kids.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
He goes, well, wait a damn second. That hand job wasn't relief at all.
Hold the
He's just
fucking
sitting there
phone.
fucking pounding his mitt, getting ready for the fucking, get ready for the signal.
Here he goes.
We need a righty.
How funny is it if he's mad? He's more upset that he picked the wife over him.
That's what he's mad about.
Yeah, he goes, oh,
this
cool.
dude's totally gay, by
He goes,
the way.
yeah, he goes, no, cool. I guess she can only make you come with a pussy. I can make you come with my hand.
Everything he tells these people,
they believe it.
They go, all right,
I know we got to take another break here, but this is
Broberg.
This is important.
I am in love with these.
This is what's going to knock. This is what's going to knock your dick in the dirt.
Him. And of course, the background of all of that is
this is Jan
we
again.
have to finish the mission.
That time I spent up in Jackson Hole with them was just, I could tell they were happy, happier than Bob had ever been. And I don't know why with the little girl, but I guess that's his deal.
Oh, really, Joe? Oh, really,
man.
Joe? You
What
just
the
doubting?
fuck?
He goes, I mean, Jesus Christ, the guy would skip to the bathroom. It was crazy. Because I never heard a man whistle so
you ever hear that
much.
song, Walking on Sunshine?
God love baby huss.
He goes, and what? He goes, well, I'll tell you this. You try moving 4 Chevrolets within 2 hours of each other, getting paperwork done, get home to fuck your child bride, and get a steak cooked the way you want it. That's a goddamn good day.
It's fucking impossible.
If heaven's like that, shoot me now.
Yeah.
He's off now into another state. I think he opens up like a water ride park.
He opens up a water park.
The brother?
And then, the pervert, B.
B. And then he calls the parents and saying, I want your daughter to come and work here at the water park with
Don't
me.
back up, Christine.
And they let her. They let her.
He bullies him basically, and the mom just goes. The mom just sends her.
Yeah.
Well, they try to stop her, but she's like, "I'll run away." And then B calls, and he's like, "She's going to come down here." So either you have her
Accept it or
hitchhike,
not, yeah.
you have either hitchhike her down here, and the mom's like, "Fuck it,"
So the
just
mom
buys
drives,
a plane
yeah,
ticket,
sends her there, right? Sends her there.
Flies her
So
right
now
to
he's
B.
out there, and he said he's never been happier. But here's what's crazy. So please, yeah.
Wanted her back and was making a lot of fuss. And she says, I said, I think you better go home. She says, no, if I do, I'd rather kill myself than go back home.
He put me on a plane and sent me to Salt Lake, and my mother came and picked me up.
She was angry. I didn't want to come home. I don't want to be here. I want to go back up there.
It was like she took on this different personality.
Who's that?
She just kept escalating the tension.
It was a panic. I had the whole weight of the world on my shoulders. I was supposed to save this dying planet, and the clock was ticking.
What a fucking
He would not leave me alone.
Well, she's like 13.
He was going to have her no matter what. We'd never see her again. He told me that. I'll take her to the jungles of Africa. I'll take her to South America. You'll never find us. I said, leave me alone. Leave my children alone. Stay out of our lives.
That calm and monotone also.
And he did
This
not
is a
like
serious issue. Do not
he didn't
rape my child anymore.
Stop raping my child.
Seriously. Seriously, stop.
I'm going to say it right now. Stop it.
You've had enough.
Well, Mike, what we're trying to get to here, I think, and we're going to come up upon here in a second, he has her write a note, and then he once again kidnaps her.
A second time.
Second time.
A second time.
Guy does it again.
In between that, fucked his mom.
Yeah.
And what? How did he kidnap her a second time?
Well, Mike, when you
I'm gonna have to watch
when
the
you
doc-
give
You have to
a
watch it.
pedophile a kid, he fucks for a day. When you teach a pedophile to fish,
How you teach a pedophile how to pull kids?
You give,
He fucks
you
for
give
a
a pedophile
lifetime.
a water park.
He's fucking for life.
you give a pedophile a water park. That's what it is.
It was a exciting time for me.
What is wrong with you people?